Hi there, it's Dr. Bernstein, and I am about to give you an overview of our first week together. So, this you're looking right now at the content page of our site. Your view might be slightly different because I'm in here under as a teacher. But you'll have the same basic information, and this is sort of the information heart of our course, right here on the content page. And what you want to do at the beginning of every week, or maybe you might want to get a sort of overview of the first 2 weeks all at once, is click on right now we'll click on week 1, May 30th through June 3rd. Other dates I haven't updated yet. And this is where you'll get all the things that you need to do for the week. So I've already called that up and I want to take a look at it with you. So I want to point out that it's really important that you take notes on all of the videos. I know it's nice to get documents with everything typed out for you. However, I really believe that taking notes is a vital part of the process of learning and absorbing the material. So you're bringing it into yourself by taking these notes. So the videos are fairly short, and I try to tell you always how long they are so you can manage your time and think about when you want to do things during the day. But you should set aside extra time, especially when you're watching the videos like reading time management and lifelong learning, the one on marking up text, on stanzas, visual design, and enjambment. Set aside extra time so that you can pause the videos and take notes. And in order to entice you to take notes, I have a policy of allowing you to use your notes and your printed copies of the poems when you take the quizzes. So basically, if you take good notes and you process the information, you should be able to do very, very well on the quizzes. There's nothing tricky about them. I'm really just trying to make sure you're doing the reading, you're staying on track, and that you're understanding things. If you're not understanding them, then we can figure out, what it is you're having trouble processing, and we can work it out from there before it's too late. Now, this week is fairly intense because you need to get an overview of the course and requirements, complete the first set of readings, and learn a lot of valuable information. So let's walk through this process a bit. You should have already watched the Welcome to English 102 video. Right now you're watching this video, and then I want you to watch an overview of general policy documents. It's about 12 minutes, and I walk you through some key documents so that you don't have to read them all by yourself, and I highlight the most important points. The next thing that you need to do is watch Reading, Time Management, and Lifelong Learning. It's 8 minutes, and some of this stuff might be familiar to you, but I wanted to share with you these really important underlying strategies that I find effective for myself and my students have often benefited from. The next thing you need to watch is a video called Marking Up Text. And this video is designed to help you develop strategies for marking up your text, but also provides you with some really important questions that you can ask yourself when you're doing readings. And I'm not just talking about reading literary works. I'm talking about all types of texts, how you can go from just reading the words on the page to analyzing and assessing what you're reading. That's really what takes your reading up to a college level and beyond. The next thing that you're going to watch, and this is on Tuesday, you'll watch Stanzas, Visual Design, and Enjambment, a video that I created where I talk to you about some ways of looking at and thinking about poetry. So you'll get that background info before you even read your first set of poems. Then there are some quizzes. I'm not going to go over the quizzes right now. You can read that information yourself. I give you some things to focus on while you're reading. So I want you not to feel overwhelmed by what you're reading. I want you to go in and have specific things to look at. I'm not saying not to consider other things. I definitely encourage you to explore things that you find interesting and confusing and important. But these focal points you'll notice later on are directly related to your essays, so that what's happening is you're sort of letting your ideas develop and brew over time before you actually sit down and start working on your essays. Then on Tuesday, you need to do some reading. It should take you around 2 hours. These are the links to the poems. There's two main poems. Then there's an interview with Billy Collins. This is a very interesting interview, and I thought it'd be useful for you to get inside the mind of a poet. Like, what does he think about writing? What does he say about poetry? It's really interesting, and Billy Collins is funny. And then I want you to watch or listen to him read a poem called The Revenant. So I want to show you here. You click on the links, and what's important to look for when you've got something like a poem to print out is see if the site has a print option, because if you click on it, what it will do is format in a way that doesn't have a lot of extra material, and it won't use up all your toner. So that's how you access Spiro Wagner's poem. Let's see if I can get back to our list. From there, you will be able to find a print option for the Intro to Poetry. You won't be able to find it for the interview, so you just need to print it however your printer setup allows you to. And again, you do need to print out all these readings, and you need to mark them up. Trust me, marking them up will save you time when it comes to writing your papers and your discussion posts. Excuse me. There's another quiz, and then there's a video on how to quote poetry, use ellipsis marks, and create signal phrases. So here you're starting to learn some techniques that you're going to be able to apply in your discussion post, and you're going to need to know for when you write your formal essay. There's a quiz on that. Then you've got your first discussion post. So you can choose either focus number 1 or focus number 2. And then on Thursday, I want you to watch How Great Leaders Inspire Action. It's a really interesting talk. There's a video on how to structure opening paragraphs. Then there's a quiz. There's a document, a supplementary document on opening paragraphs that you need to read. It provides really good information. Then there's a video on how to structure body paragraphs, and another video on some basic formatting rules for your essays, a quiz on these two things, and then on Thursday and Friday, you need to start working a little bit more formally on your essay, which is due next Wednesday. So you might actually want to check out the essay options right now, but they'll be no surprise to you through your other assignments for the week. And that's it for your first week in English 102. If you have any questions, I encourage you to go over to the Ask Dr. Bernstein section of the discussion board. If it's too personal for some reason, you can just email me. So take care and enjoy the week. Bye.